need a university that will guarantee hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
Get noticed, advertise with us. Call 0714-474-433 or 0759-728-168 to place your bookings now. Ndejje University TV is available on free-to-air, GoTV, and Your TV. Follow us on Facebook, Ndejje TV Live, Twitter at Ndejje TV Live, Instagram, Ndejje TV Live, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ndejje University TV. Ndejje University TV, your source of knowledge and wisdom.
Coming up in Live at 8, President Museveni urges NRM MPs to oversee parish development model and emyoga programs. Students prepare for the 8th Annual National Communications Day. And in sports, the Uganda Dance Sport Federation embarks on training delegates to regulate and promote the dance sport discipline. This and much more in Live at 8. Welcome. Thank you for watching Ndejje University TV. My name is ANSLEM OJARU and this is Live at 8. Here are the news in details. Thank you very much, Jacqueline Namuli, for that story. Now, the head of the Anti-Corruption Unit at State House, Brigadier General Henry Isoke, on 2nd June disclosed that over 482 people have been arrested by the unit and charged in courts of law over misappropriation of parish development funds. Let's take a look at that.
The head of the Anti-Corruption Unit at State House was giving an overview report to members of the National Resistance Movement on their investigations about the mismanagement of the Parish Development Model funds in Acholi sub-region. This report comes at the backdrop of complaints received by the president from the Wananchi he met at Kaunda grounds in Ngulu City on the mismanagement of the PDM program in Acholi sub-region.
On 24th of February, His Excellency the President was in the north, particularly in Acholi sub-region, and at a meeting he held at Kaunda Stadium in Gulu City, he received a number of complaints from the Wananchi regarding mismanagement of the PDM program. His Excellency the President invited some of the complainants to State House in Ndejje to give him more details about the situation which was seen to be threatening and derailing the program that we all cherish and look at.
Following the complaints, President Museveni directed Brigadier General Isoke to investigate all allegations and bring all officials to book. Brigadier General Isoke and his team swiftly swung into action and discovered that there was a lot of extortion from the public by government officials. Brigadier General Isoke added that the Wananchi were kept in total blackout. They were not sensitized about the program, especially on how to access PDM funds. He further told MPs that the Wananchi were informed of the PDM program at a very short notice to organize themselves, including formation of the circles.
Among the issues that were raised included extortion from Wananchi by some PDM officials. There was also a complaint of lack of sensitization and mobilization of Wananchi on matters of PDM, that most of our people are ignorant about this very important program. The other issue was that PDM is not benefiting the people, worse still, even those who had registered long ago, and that it was sidelining those who are targeted to benefit.
Brigadier General Isoke, however, observed that under normal circumstances, the formation of a circle is an elaborate process that requires adequate time for its establishment. They also found out that there were delays in data collection, loan application forms were very lengthy and written only in English language.
Forming circles is an elaborate process involving holding of meetings and choosing leaders, agreeing on enterprise projects, verifying who qualified, opening bank accounts, registering enterprise institutions. All of this could not be done effectively within the short time that they were given. What should have been done by households was instead done by town agents and a few other individuals who decided on enterprise projects on behalf of others without any consultations. Enterprise executives in some cases were handpicked. Individual implementers of the program also exploited the crisis to further mismanage the process.
The Anti-Corruption Unit team further discovered that there was fraudulent accounting by the officials implementing the PDM program, citing, among others, the claimed training of 32 town agents, an allegation that was only in ink and paper, yet no agent received any training. The team further unearthed the evidence of ghost PDM staff and also the selling of the circle constitution between 25,000 to 50,000 Uganda shillings. He also informed the literate of the actions so far taken that include the arrest of government officials, and 6 of them have been already arraigned in court and charged with different offences.
We observed that generally the complaints were valid And whereas these complaints were raised by the people of Acholi, as I said, they generally reflect the general PDM operations in the country and therefore merit an urgent intervention. So far, the following actions have been taken to deal with the dishonest and corrupt public servants who have been involved in acts of corruption, including extortion from the wananchi. 16 local government officials have been arrested, out of whom 6 have been arraigned in courts, charged with different offenses, including diversion of public resources, making false accounting claims, and causing financial loss.
Brigadier General Isoke pledged the commitment of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit to intensify its forces in fighting corruption in the country, as well as work with other anti-corruption agencies, MDAs, and all other stakeholders to protect all government programs geared at enhancing effective service delivery and getting the people of Uganda out of poverty so as to join the money economy. Jacqueline Namuli, live at 8.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is also the chairman of the National Resistance Movement, has appealed to NRM leaders to religiously supervise and oversee government programs of parish development model tailored at shifting society from traditional way of life to modernity. Jacqueline Namuli with more on that story.
The closing ceremony was held at Ramasindi Abasonga Presidential Farm in Buliamsenyu Village, Chinoni Sub-County, Nakaseke North. Expounding on the benefits of the retreat, President Museveni expressed his heartfelt gratitude to spend quality time with the NRM caucus members. He pointed out that the retreat was about a center for NRM young blood to thoroughly internalize the party ideology.
What summer do you people? I feel a great urge to spend time with you, to pass on what I know and what we know as the NRM. This is a type of a seminary for the NRM. When I look at you, I said, these are young Basosodoti. And young Babikira. Not literally, but metaphorically. And it will be good for you to get the ideology of the NRM thoroughly. And when I compare you are now like 500 of you here, educated, all of you university graduates.
Before the President made his remarks, resolutions that were passed by the caucus during the retreat were presented by the government's chief whip, Honorable Hamson Obua. Prime Minister Right Honorable Robin Anabanja pledged on behalf of the members to implement the resolutions reached.
During this retreat, the honorable colleagues and I have benefited immensely from your training on how socio-economic transformation through wealth creation and free education for all stands at the pinnacle of pulling the 39% of our Ugandans out of poverty. As your Prime Minister and leader of government business, it is my duty with the honorable colleague of NRM caucus to support your vision through passing the appropriate policies and legislation that will ensure accomplishment of the mission of our government.
The Secretary General of the NRM, the Right Honorable Richard Todong, announced that the Secretariat had already established a new Department of Policy and Research to collect data
to serve the party diligently without bias or favor or any contradictions. The Secretariat will be open for consultations. Like I mentioned yesterday, we are moving to each and every constituency of this country. We shall be interacting with the structures of the party and guiding you on how you can improve on your relationship with the people on the ground.
The retreat that ran under the theme Increasing Household Incomes and Wealth Creation, the critical role of the leader, attracted over 400 members of parliament, including NRM-leaning independents. Jacqueline Namuli, live at 8.
Nakatonya Youth Circle, the president has sent me to give you the borders.
Mrs. Valeche told the audience that President Museveni was happy with the people of Nakatonya for the support they have been according him, and as a way of appreciation, he decided to honor their request of 50 borders. The State House Comptroller also urged the youth to utilize the borders well to create wealth. Mrs. Valeche also urged the Nubian community in Bombo that President Museveni was ready to solve all their problems and asked them to embrace government programs like the PDM to fight poverty in their area.
President yantuma nti abaana Katonya buli lunaku lwempitawo mbalaba nga balina kye baagala. Era kwe kutuma afande kuteesa najja ne mumugamba kye mwali mwagala. N'agamba abantu b'Ebombo banjagala nnyo dduka batwalire piki zaabwe era zeezo zendese. Kaakati nga bwe mufunye boda zino njagala kubasaba bino. Boda eyo bugagga. Ze ndabye abantu eyo mu Kampala babeera ku boda basomesa abaana bawasa abakazi bazimba amayumba boda. Kati obugagga tubaleetedde. President akoze eki abubawadde kati mbasaba temutunda boda za president.
Major Emma Kutesa, who led a team that was sent by the State House Comptroller to ascertain the needs of the youth in Nakatonya village, disclosed that the president had also accepted the youth's request to be recruited into the Uganda People's Defence Force.
Madam Jane bana bavubuka balina group nene. Ekituufu kiri nti baagala kujoininga amagye ate kati olwaleero nze yagambye bawawandiike CDF abatwale mu magye.
The NRM district chairperson for Luero, Mr. Ronald Ndaula, said that the package was a reward from President Museveni to the youth for the love and support they have been showing him. Mr. Ndaula further cautioned the youth not to be diverted by self-seeking opposition politicians, but focus on bettering their lives.
In life, success happens when opportunity meets preparation. Obuwanguzi bujja omukisa bwe gusanga yekoze eki eyeteeseteese si bwe kiri. And when you are not in possession, be in position. Nze mbaagadde nnyo kubanga mumanyi ebintu bwe bikola. Bombo alina gwe weesibangako tovanga kw'alina.
Mr. Abubakar Ahmed, the chairperson of the Boda project, thanked President Museveni for honoring their request and promised that they will support him and the NRM government for eternity.
And then we recognize our problems, what we need from Muse and what will benefit us now and in the future. We identified projects. I think our main focus was on Boda. We thank you very much and we thank Muse for this support he has extended to us, and we do look forward to seeing that this project benefits everyone. It's not an individual project. Everyone will benefit, every youth, inshallah. So we are so grateful. Extend our sincere gratitude to Muse. We love him. We are with him, like I told you, we are with him before he extended this support. We are still with him and we shall be with him. One of the very reasons as to why we, the youth, love him, and this one I'm not trying, not because of what, is security and freedom.
At the same event, as a sign of appreciation, the beneficiaries gifted President Museveni with a mat. It was handed over to Mrs. Baleche to deliver it to the president. Jacqueline Namuli, live at 8.
National Conference on Communications, an opportunity for showcasing innovative research skills and creativity in communication technologies in the field of ICT, is giving an opportunity to academic and industrial professions to carry out research on different papers. Let's have more on that. The 8th National Conference on Communications aims to promote awareness and establish clear expectations for the research community.
NCC is the National Conference on Communications is ongoing. So we are here basically to give awareness about the conference. And now NCC is doing a call for papers, and the call for papers is for research professionals. And here I mean the universities basically are the ones that are involved. So these are students. However, we also have the secondary schools, so that is of another category, the secondary schools competition. That is the secondary schools competition category. So here we are doing the university research papers. So basically the students submit their research papers, and then in the end they are awarded for a paper after the screening process is done. So all the research professionals or the students who are actually interested can submit their papers via the easy chair.
The researchers and scholars are required to carry out research in the different fields of communications.
The papers we're talking about is, for example, yourself, you could think of something, then you actually feel to change the IT world. So you research in that field and come up with something that you feel can be of good use. So you publish it and you want the world out there to know. The research paper basically has your findings, complete research.
After the research, the students are required to submit their original contributions of the research paper on 31st of July.
So it will end in 1st of July, that is when the deadline will be. So it means from now till then people can still continue submitting their papers. Then for the secondary schools, it is because you cannot do it in one day, it's also a continuous thing. So it will go up to, because they are at different levels. So different secondary schools will have bigger projects over there. That will go up to September, where the final things will be.
After submitting out their findings, the papers are screened and valued by a team of professions from National Conference Communications.
Now, the papers are being submitted by students, the university students, go under screening. The screening here is the professionals, I mean the doctors, sit and actually look at these papers and value them. Of course, a research paper should be in a way that you have come up with your own thing, and then maybe it should be help and value. So the students, I mean the doctors, are on the board to actually review all these things and then give comments for you.
The National Conference on Communications is an annual conference organized by the Uganda Communications Commissions, whose objective is to present peer-reviewed research work, discuss engineering solutions to local challenges, understand industry trends and needs. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. On Sunday, the Ghetto Kids of Uganda were able to compete in the finals of the Britain Got Talent 2023. Mashomiro with more on that.
Hello, Britain's Got Talent. We are the Ghetto Kids from Uganda, Africa, and we like to move it.
The Ghetto Kids of Uganda were able to compete in the final of Britain's Got Talent on Sunday in the hope to eventually win the talent show in the United Kingdom. Having already made history as the first act to receive a golden buzzer midway through their audition 1 month ago, they were hoping to end their fairy tale with the crown for this year, but were quite unfortunate. Over the past month, the Ghetto Kids of Uganda have been a global trending sensation on the internet, and they have won the hearts of many worldwide and made Uganda proud. For their semi-final appearance last week, they were able to dance to their Ugandan motto jam, Madagascar's Move It, Move It, and Bosti. For the final on Sunday, they danced to Azonto, and this time for Africa, the same song they danced during their audition 1 month ago. The ghetto kids of Uganda were hoping to use the prize money to build a huge house. However, despite falling short of glory, they can hold their heads up high because they have gained international recognition, and many world over will surely sponsor them as they continue their amazing journey of hope. In no particular order, the Ghetto Kids of Uganda managed to finish inside the top 10 in Sunday's final.
Okay. Vigo, you're staying. You're in the final 3. Don't go anywhere. We're left with Liliana Clifton, Vigo Venn, and Killian O'Connor. The public chose you as this year's final 3.
The winner of the 2023 Britain's Got Talent was Norwegian comedian Vigo Venn, who finished ahead of Liliana Clifton, who came in second place. Vigo Venn, the 35-year-old who captured the heart of the nation with his high-verse-inspired routines, scooped a prize fund of £25,000, which is equivalent to 1.1 billion Uganda shillings, and a spot at this year's Royal Vanity performance. Normally towards the end of his performances, the crowd chants "one more time" in reference to his first audition on the show, where he danced to Daft Punk's hit.
One more time. One more time.
However, while many on social media praised Vigo for his win, some criticized him online, while the live studio audience booed him on the show after dancer Liliana Clifton, 13, and 14-year-old magician Cecilian O'Connor finished in second and third place, respectively.
Simon's face is like this. Look at Simon's face.
Marshall Miro, live at 8.
The Uganda police spokesperson Fred Enanga has appreciated the police, the mass and the politicians for exhibiting discipline during the Matters Day celebrations in Namgongo. Let's have more on that. On 3rd of June, a multitude gathered at Namgongo Matters Shrine to commemorate the Uganda Matters. The police spokesperson, Fred Enanga, said they registered a successful Matters Day celebrations.
That the leadership of the joint security agencies came out to applaud all security personnel and stakeholders who in their areas of responsibilities enabled a very peaceful, safe and secure Uganda Matters Day celebrations in Namgongo, Nachiyanja, at Mamre Prayer Center and at the Muslim site. From a security standpoint, the Matters Day celebrations were a resounding success.
Fred Enanga further thanked the organizers who worked hand in hand with the security to see the success of the celebrations.
But I want to greatly thank the organizers of the Catholic, at the Anglican site, at Mamre Prayer Center and at the Muslim site. From the Catholic side, I want to thank His Lordship, the Bishop Charles Martin Wamika of Jinja Diocese and the Archdiocese of Tororo for leading the celebrations. And from the Anglican side, the prayers were led by the Most Reverend Dr. Foley Beach, the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of North America, and also the 10 dioceses of the Eastern Cluster. We want to thank them, especially those from Bukedi, Mbale, Sebei, Soroti, Busoga, Central Busoga, Kumi, Karamoja, North Mbale, and North Karamoja.
However, the police also registered some cases of theft and lost properties that are still held at Namgongo police station.
The main ones was theft of phones, where we had 130 cases. Theft in general, 62 cases, other offenses 7, and this led to 148 arrests, of which males were 137, 3 females, and 8 male juveniles who were taken in as suspects. A total of 45 children were recovered after they strayed away from their parents. But we managed to reunite them all with their parents and guardians. And there are some lost and found properties which are still at Namugongo Police, like national IDs, Bibles, clothes. We had some laptop bags which were left behind as well. Now, as of yesterday, we still had about 22 pilgrims at the Catholic site who were still stranded, and we were making arrangements with the transport sector to see how they can get transported back.
The Uganda Matters Day dates back to the first decade of Christian presence in the East African nation, when 45 men aged between 14 to 50 years were killed because of their faith by the King of Buganda between 31st July 1885 and 27th July 1887. Namugongo Shrine is one of the popular sites on the northeast edge of Kampala Metropolitan that hosts a modernist basilica church whose altar is above the place where the martyr's prayer is believed to have been. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. And in sports, the Uganda Dance Sport Federation on Sunday held a delegation seminar to regulate and promote the dance sport discipline in the country. Let's take a look at that. The Uganda Dance Sport Federation organized a seminar to train and equip delegates about the rules of the sport.
Today we organized a delegates capacity seminar purposely to share with our regional delegates leaders about the federation structures and to see how we take these structures down to the grassroots in their regions, and on top of that to enact and also draft some of the policies together as we are preparing for our General Assembly, which is coming soon, next month. So we are trying to restructure together to ensure that they acquaint themselves with the sport, with the proper structure, terminologies, and understanding how we are managing the system of the sport, not only locally to their regions, but also international link-ups.
The dance sport involves dancing, lots of rhythmic dancing to mostly music without vocals, so that the audience can concentrate on the dancers' moves. The delegates said the knowledge they have received will be transferred to the grassroots.
You know that this dance sport, it is mainly for the youth, because as people grow old, then their bones becomes hard. But for these young kids, their bones are still soft. They can be twisted in all directions, and even to keep them and put their attention on the sport as they develop it, and even one of not taking them in the other actions of patterning with different sexual partners, and of course they will put their mind as, of course, as you know that the fresh mind and the good mind body will also fresh the mind, as we also aim at the education. And
today's seminar has been very educative because it is trying to highlight the roles of the delegates. So they are trying to train us on how we can mobilize this sport and spread it in various schools in the districts where we are. Because as you know, it is a new sport, so we have to bring other people on board. For me, I'm particularly in schools, so what I do, I move to various schools and inform them the goodness in this sport. And the United is liked so much by students. When you just go and talk about dance, they all come up. They are interested. The interest is too much.
Dance sport only became recognized as sport in Uganda in 2019 and is even newer in other parts. Uganda, South Africa and Morocco have developed the fiercest and topmost continental rivalries, especially as they battle for the 5 2024 Olympic slots for Africa. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8.
That it is the full sport in the continent. That counts for.
Thank you for watching. That has been live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU. Till next time, bye-bye.